The Queen is dead. Long live the King. Queen Elizabeth II has sadly passed away on September 8th at the age of 96. As the monarch, she devoted her life to the realm, doing her best to reign responsibly and being a constant in the wild events of the 20th century. Many teachers want to celebrate her life, so in this video I will share 10 Queen activities and resources to use in your classroom. Watch until the end to see one of the best activities. God Save the Queen. I was looking at some videos of the Queen and found that she did something very unprecedented in her reign. After 9/11, to show support and bring comfort to Americans living in England, the Queen ordered the band at Buckingham Palace to play the US national anthem, the Spangled Banner, during the changing of the guard. Something that has never been done except during state visits. It is a gesture of camaraderie in a very emotional moment in history. Now that King Charles III's reign has begun, God Save the Queen will be changed to the original God Save the King for the foreseeable future. When introducing your students to the Queen, it might be a nice activity to go through the lyrics of God Save the Queen. Rules when meeting royalty. Students find it interesting to learn of the rules and courtesies when meeting royalty. To start your lesson, go through some of these courtesies. When meeting royalty, everyone stands at attention. No one may sit unless invited to do so. This is also customary when meeting an important person like a president. Men give a neck bow from the head only, while women do a small curtsy. Other people prefer simply to shake hands in the usual way. Remember to have a firm grip, not soft like a wet fish, and not too hard like you're attempting to crush stone. On presentation to the King or Queen, the correct formal address is Your Majesty, and subsequently Sir or Ma'am. For members of the royal family, the same rules apply, with the title used in the first instance being Your Royal Highness and subsequently Sir or Ma'am. The King or Queen usually have a short chat with the person they meet. This can be a fun activity in class. Make some students a king, queen and royalty, and the other students have to stand in line to meet them. For commoners, write short topics on post-it notes and place it on their chests. Different topics like food, pets, hobbies, the weather, and so on. The royals then walk past, greet the students formally, and then practice some small talk for 30 seconds to a minute based on the topic on their chests, like pet. Take turns so that everyone gets a chance to be royalty. The Queen's Crown. Younger students can make paper crowns to decorate and wear. I placed some printouts in the description below. I have also collected a few worksheets about the Queen, a typical day in the life, some reading comprehensions, and a worksheet on the Queen's birthday. Queen of Spelling. One student is picked as the King or Queen of Spelling. Place a crown on the Queen's head and let them sit on a throne in front of class. The other students take turns to ask the Queen a spelling question. They can ask to spell a word or what letter a word starts with if they are younger. Queen Jenny, Your Majesty, what letter does castle start with? They could also hold up objects and ask the Queen how to spell it. Your Majesty, how do you spell lion? If the Queen gets it wrong, the other student asking replaces them. If they can make it past 10 questions, they win and another student gets a chance. Students that make it past 10 questions should be given a fun award to show parents at home. This can be done with any other questions related to schoolwork or trivia too. Animal Court. Everyone knows the lion to be the king of the jungle. In this game, we will have a queen of the jungle. Every queen needs to have good people around her, people she can trust and depend on. Reliable people in her court. They are called courtiers. What qualities should these people possess? Discuss this question with your students and write down adjectives on the board. They usually come up with answers like strong, brave, helpful. If they don't give enough answers, Place them in pairs and ask them to come up with 10 adjectives first. Encourage them to find creative synonyms. After coaching, they should be able to add words like kind, loyal, clever. Next, they should think of animals that exemplify these qualities. For example, elephants are strong and have good memory. Dogs are loyal and brave. Cats, clever and resourceful. Horses are hardworking and beautiful. Once students have a list of animals and positive qualities, time to play the game. As teacher, you are the queen. Put a chair in front of class and create your court. Students now have to be selected to join your court. They should choose an animal to portray. The teacher, in the role of queen, calls each animal forward. You, animal, come forward in the presence of the queen. The animal moves forward. What sort of animal are you? The student says what animal they are. Why should you join my court? The student then lists 2 qualities of the animal and explains why the animal should be allowed to join. The queen responds, wonderful, you may join my court. I usually have an area defined around myself for the court, where the students can sit and feel important. Obviously, everyone must be invited to join. I usually end the activity by having a parade around class, with each animal moving its own way. Then the whole group roars, each according to its species, to announce the presence of the greatest royal court in the land. Queen for a day. Being queen is a powerful position. She can make rules that all her subjects have to live by. If students were queen for a day, what rules or laws would they create? Place students in groups. They have to come up with rules they would make if they were queen for a day. Here are some ideas. Provide homes for all the homeless, make peace with all countries, take in all dogs in pounds and shelters, make sure kids have presents for Christmas, set all zoo animals free, every day is Christmas, everyone should wear colorful clothing, everyone should have a pet, have a huge pizza party once a week, no homework. Then take some of these ideas and write it on the board. The class then votes on which 3 new laws they would create. King Charles III's speech. King Charles paid tribute to his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, in an emotional speech. It is a lovely speech with useful vocabulary for students to learn. This is more for intermediate to advanced learners. Print out a transcript. Let students read through and underline words they don't know. They should then find the definitions in a dictionary. Once that's done, play the video of King Charles giving the speech. His accent and pronunciation is well worth listening to, especially for English learners. Even if your students prefer an American accent, we as teachers have to expose them to different accents to help them learn. Timeline. Queen Elizabeth II had a tremendous life and was a constant figure throughout the 20th century. Ask students to research and create a timeline for her life. They can add historical and personal moments that she had lived through. I'm sure this will give them a greater appreciation of the past and what she had seen and experienced. Family tree. Here is the family tree of all the corgis that the Queen has raised, starting with Susan. The Queen would always keep some of the offspring. Willow, the final descendant from Susan's line, passed away in 2018. A family tree, and more importantly, family history, is the foundation upon which a royal family is built. Show your class an example of the British royal family tree, introducing extended family member titles such as cousin, uncle, aunt, niece, nephew. Let students then create their own family tree and then share it in small groups with other learners. One person from each group can also present their family to class. I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong. Her Majesty the Queen. There is so much that we can learn from the life of Queen Elizabeth II. Her legacy will live on.